Folks, let's have a little talk. I see it every day. I hear it on the radio from people just like you. There is a weight that settles on your shoulders. It's heavy. It's there when you wake up in the morning. It's there when you try to fall asleep at night. That weight is called debt. Specifically, credit card debt. It feels like you are trying to run a race dragging a bag of bricks. It whispers lies in your ear. It tells you you'll never get ahead. The stress can strain relationships. The stress can steal your joy. The stress can rob your future. Those whispers are lies. You are not stuck. You are not a victim. You are not defined by your card balances. Feeling overwhelmed is real, not permanent. Millions have felt this. Millions have changed their story. They dropped that heavy bag of bricks. They took control of their money and their lives. All right, let's get down to business. This is where the journey truly begins. Not with a grand gesture, but with a quiet moment of courage. Right here, right now. Before we can build a new future, we have to be brutally honest about the present. This isn't about judgment. It's about clarity. It's about taking back control, one number at a time. The very first step is the hardest for many people, but it's the most important. It's the moment you stop running, stop avoiding the mailbox, stop deleting the emails without opening them. For weeks, months, maybe even years, these pieces of paper have held a certain power over you. They represent phone calls you don't want to make, conversations you don't want to have, and a weight that you carry every single day. Today, that ends. Today, we flip the script. You have to look the enemy in the eye. And let's be clear, the enemy isn't the bank. It isn't the credit card company. The enemy is the unknown. It's the vague, shapeless anxiety that comes from not knowing the exact size and scope of the problem. It's the monster under the bed. And the only way to defeat a monster like that is to turn on the lights and see it for what it really is. Just a pile of numbers. Numbers that we are about to conquer. We're going to do this the old-fashioned way. Not a complicated spreadsheet. Not some fancy app that promises to solve all your problems with a single click. Just a simple piece of paper and a pen. Why? Because there is power in the physical act of writing. When you connect your hand to the paper, you are connecting your mind to the numbers. You are making it real, tangible. You can't swipe it away or close the tab. This paper will become a sacred document, a testament to your decision to change. At the top, write my debts. 2 simple words. This isn't my failures or my mistakes. It's just a factual statement. These are debts, and all debts can be paid. This is your declaration of intent. Now gather every single bill you have. Don't hide from them. The credit cards, of course, but also the store cards, the gas cards, the personal loans, the medical bills, the student loans, that loan from a family member you've been trying to forget. Everything. If you owe someone money, it goes on the list. Go through your drawers, your car, your email inbox. Print them out. We need every single one. Leave no stone unturned. This exercise is only as powerful as it is complete. Now, make 4 columns. We are creating a map. A clear, simple guide that will show us the way out. In the first column, list the name of the creditor, the person or company you owe. Every single one. Write them down, one below the other. Giving them a name makes them a specific target, not a vague threat. In the second column next to each name, write the exact amount you owe. And I mean exact. Down to the penny. Don't round up, don't round down. Look at the statement balance and write the number. $4,172.99. Not about $5,000. Precision is our weapon. This number is not a reflection of your worth. It is simply a data point. It is the starting line of your race to freedom. Yes, it might be painful to see that number in your own handwriting. You might feel a knot in your stomach. That's okay. Let yourself feel it for a second. That feeling is the very thing we are going to eliminate. That's the point. Acknowledging the pain is the first step to healing it. This is the last day that number gets to make you feel that way without a plan to fight back. Next, the third column, write the annual percentage rate, or APR. This number is the secret ingredient that makes debt so destructive. It's the interest rate. This is the poison that is actively growing your debt, even when you're standing still. For each debt, find the APR on the statement and write it down. You might be shocked. Some of your cards could be charging you 20, 25, even 30%. Seeing these numbers is critical. It helps you understand which debts are the most venomous, the ones costing you the most money every single month. Finally, in the fourth column, list the minimum monthly payment required for each card or loan. This is the amount the banks tell you to pay to stay in debt for as long as possible. It's the financial treadmill. Seeing these numbers shows you the baseline of what you to pay each month, just to keep your head above water. When you're done, add up this column. That total is the minimum amount of money that leaves your pocket each month just to service your debt. It's not reducing it in any meaningful way, it's just feeding the beast. Now, put the pen down, take a breath, and look at what you've created. This list is your battle plan. For the first time, it's all in one place. No more guessing, no more hiding. It shows you exactly who you owe, how much you owe, how fast that debt is growing, and the minimum effort required to maintain it. This single sheet of paper contains more truth than you've allowed yourself to see in a long time. It is the complete and total truth of your financial situation. This is not a moment for shame. Let me repeat that. This is not a moment for shame. Shame thrives in darkness and secrecy. You have just dragged your debts into the light. Therefore, this is a moment of power. This is the feeling of taking the steering wheel of your own life. You are no longer a passenger. You are the driver. You are in command. You have taken the most crucial first step. You have done what millions of people are too afraid to do. You have faced the facts. You have stared into the abyss, and you have not blinked. This act alone separates you from the person you were yesterday. You are now someone who takes action. You have defined the problem, and a problem that is clearly defined is a problem that can be solved. This is not a list of your burdens. This is a hit list. Each line item is a target, and you are the hunter. And we are about to start crossing names off it for good. In the chapters to come, we will use the information on this very sheet to build our strategy. We will decide which debt to attack first. We will find the money to build our arsenal. And we will, one by one, eliminate every single target on this list until it is completely blank. You now know exactly what you are up against. The enemy has a name. It has a size. It has a weakness. That APR column tells you where it's most vulnerable. The fear of the unknown is gone, replaced by the certainty of the known. This is your new reality. Keep this piece of paper somewhere you can see it. Don't hide it away. Let it be a constant reminder of the mission you are on. The truth on this paper is the start of your freedom. Congratulations, the hardest part is over. Now the real work, the rewarding work, begins. Before we even think about throwing every single extra dollar at our debt, we need to pause. We need to build a small but mighty financial buffer, a shield. This is the very first, non-negotiable step on our journey to financial freedom, and it's the one that will protect all the progress we're about to make. It's tempting to want to jump straight into attacking that mountain of debt, and I get it. The urgency is real, but without this foundational step, we risk getting knocked off the path by the smallest of life's surprises, forcing us right back into the very habits we're trying to break. This isn't about delaying your debt-free date, it's about guaranteeing you actually get there. Think of this starter emergency fund as your personal financial fire extinguisher. It's not a tool you use every day. Most of the time, it just sits there, ready and waiting. But when a financial fire breaks out, a sudden car repair, an unexpected trip to the urgent care clinic, a leaking water heater, you have an immediate way to put it out without the entire house burning down. In the past, what was your fire extinguisher? For most of us, it was a piece of plastic. Life happens. It always has, and it always will. The car gets a flat tire. The kids outgrow their shoes overnight. The refrigerator decides to quit on a Sunday. In the past, you reflexively reached for a credit card. It felt like a solution, a quick fix. But it wasn't a fire extinguisher. It was more like throwing gasoline on the flames. That's the vicious cycle of debt. You work hard to pay down your balance by $200, feeling a glimmer of hope. Then, a $400 emergency hits, and you swipe the card. Instantly, you're not just back where you started, you're further behind. It was always one step forward, 2 steps back. This pattern is more than just a financial setback. It's emotionally crushing. It steals your momentum and whispers the lie that you'll never get ahead. Today, that ends. We are officially, permanently, breaking up with the credit card as our emergency plan. It's an unreliable, expensive, and stressful partner in your financial life. It's time to fire it from that job. From this moment forward, we will rely on ourselves. We will rely on our own savings. So, here's your first mission. Should you choose to accept it, you are going to save $1,000 as fast as you possibly can. This is your starter emergency fund. Why $1,000? It's not a magic number, but it's a powerful one. It's small enough to be achievable in a short amount of time, but it's large enough to handle the majority of common, unexpected expenses that derail most people. It's the amount that transforms a crisis into a mere inconvenience. How do you do it? You get intense. This is a short-term, all-out sprint. Look around your home. What can you sell? Old furniture, electronics, clothes, books, sports equipment? List it online? Have a garage sale? Turn your clutter into cash. Then, look at your time. Can you pick up extra hours at your job? Can you work overtime? If not, it's time for a side hustle. Deliver pizzas, drive for a rideshare service, walk dogs, babysit, offer freelance services online. Do whatever it takes. For the next few weeks, your answer to the question, "Wanna go out?" is, "Sorry, I've gotta work." This is not the time to be casual. This is not the time to say, "I'll save a little bit from each paycheck." No. We are attacking this goal with the urgency it deserves. Every single extra dollar you can find goes directly into this fund until you hit that $1,000 mark. You need to go with what we call gazelle intensity. Think about a gazelle when a cheetah is chasing it. It doesn't casually jog. It doesn't stop to graze. It runs for its life. Right now, debt and financial instability are your cheetah. You need to run like your financial life depends on it, because it does. This focused intensity builds momentum that will carry you through the entire debt-free journey. Now, where does this money live? You need to park it in a separate savings account. I repeat, a separate account. Ideally, at a different bank than your primary checking account. You want it to be easy to access in a true emergency. A one-day transfer should be fine, but not so easy that you can accidentally spend it. Do not keep it in your checking account. If it's in there, it will vanish. It will get absorbed by groceries, gas, a random online purchase, or a dinner out. It will become invisible, and when the emergency strikes, it won't be there. You need a clear, distinct line between your spending money and your emergency money. This separation is crucial for both practical and psychological reasons. Let's be clear about what this fund is and what it isn't. It is not an investment. We are not trying to earn a high rate of return with this money. Its job is not to grow. Its job is to be there. It is insurance. It is a buffer between you and life. So don't worry about interest rates or market performance. The return you get from this money is a full night's sleep. The return is peace of mind. So, what happens when a surprise hits? The car needs new brakes for $400? You don't panic. You don't reach for a credit card. You calmly transfer the $400 from your emergency fund, pay for the repair in cash, and your life moves on. Then, what's your next priority? Before you pay another extra cent on debt, you pause the debt snowball and you get intense again, refilling that fund back to $1,000. You always rebuild your shield first. I know what some of you are thinking. The math says you should take that $1,000 and throw it at your highest interest credit card. On paper, that makes sense. But personal finance is only 20% head knowledge. It's 80% behavior. And human behavior wins every single time. Without this buffer, you are statistically almost guaranteed to fall back into debt. We are building a plan that works in the real world, not just on a spreadsheet. We have to avoid going backward at all costs. This $1,000 fund is your insurance against Murphy's Law. You know Murphy's Law. Anything that can go wrong will go wrong. And it usually goes wrong at the worst possible moment. This fund is you finally looking Murphy in the eye and saying, "I'm ready for you." Something incredible happens when you have this money in the bank. A sense of security and confidence returns, maybe for the first time in years. The constant low-grade anxiety about what happened begins to fade. It is the first step that truly stops the crisis debt cycle. It gives you the breathing room and the stability you need to focus on the real task ahead. I cannot stress this enough. Do not skip this step. Do not minimize it. Do not think you're the exception. This is the foundational brick upon which your entire debt-free house will be built. Without it, everything else is unstable and at risk of crumbling. Once that $1,000 is sitting safely in its own account, your foundation is set. You are protected. You have broken the cycle. Now, and only now, are you truly ready to turn your full attention and intensity to the real enemy. It's time to attack the debt. With your emergency fund ready, it is time to attack. Start the debt snowball. Ignore interest rates for now. Order debts by smallest balance to largest. Your smallest debt is target number 1. Pay minimums on the rest. Throw every extra dollar at the smallest. When it is gone, celebrate. Cut the card. You just won your first battle. Roll that whole payment to the next debt. The snowball grows and builds momentum. Avalanche pays highest interest first. Mathematically smart, but slower for many. If your first win takes a year, most people quit. Quick wins change behavior. Motivation and momentum beat a few dollars in interest savings. Now you get radical. Cable? Gone. Watch free. Eating out? Gone. Pack your lunch and cook at home. Huge car payment? Sell it. Buy a cheap, reliable car with cash. Subscriptions? Gone. Gym? Gone. For a season, fund only the 4 walls. Every saved dollar goes to your snowball. This is not 9 to 5 only. Side hustle, overtime, deliver, drive, mow. Have a massive garage sale. Turn all that clutter into cash. You will be tired. Your friends may not get it. Let them. You are running your race. Combine a lean budget with extra income and watch the snowball explode. Automate your payments to stay on track and never be late. Late fees and dings are money leaks. Automate the minimum. Add extra payments as money arrives. Windfalls are rocket fuel. Throw at least half, ideally all, at your current target. Wipe out an entire debt in one fell swoop. Momentum surges. You just jumped months ahead. If you must, a small celebration, most goes to debt. You've been on this journey for a while now. The initial shock has worn off, replaced by a steady, determined rhythm. You keep budgeting with fierce intensity. You continue living on less than you make, a discipline that has become second nature. And you keep throwing every single extra dollar at that debt snowball. The sacrifices, the extra hours, the no's you've had to say, they all start to compound. And then, something magical happens. Through the fog of war, a light appears. It's the finish line. You can see it, you can feel it. This isn't a distant dream anymore. It's an approaching reality. The final debt on your list, once a towering giant, now looks vulnerable. This is the final push. In the beginning, your payments felt like tiny snowflakes, barely making a difference. But as you paid off each smaller debt, you rolled that payment into the next one. Your snowball grew. It gained mass. It gained speed. Now, in this final stage, it's no longer a snowball. It has become an unstoppable avalanche of your own making. The full force of all those previous minimum payments, plus all the extra cash you've been finding, is now directed at one single target. Suddenly, you're not chipping away hundreds at a time. You're watching thousands of dollars vanish from your debt balance in a single payment. The progress is exhilarating, tangible, and it fuels you to sprint toward the end. And then the day comes. You log into that last account. You see the final balance. You type in the numbers for that last glorious payment. You take a deep breath and you click Submit. A wave of disbelief, then joy, then profound peace washes over you. When that last card is paid, that last loan is gone, you must celebrate. This is not a small moment. This is a seismic shift in your life and your family tree. You did it. Yell, scream at the top of your lungs. Do your debt-free dance around the kitchen. Let the emotion out. This is the sound of freedom. This is the feeling of your entire income belonging to you for the first time. Now, perform the ceremony. Take out the plastic cards that caused so much stress and heartache. They are not a tool for your wealth. They were chains. And now, you break the chains. Cut them up. Destroy them. Make a powerful personal commitment to yourself and your future. You will never borrow money on a credit card again. This isn't about restriction. It's about liberation. From this day forward, you live differently. You use your own money. You use your debit card. It's simple, it's direct, and it's honest. And you will keep a written, zero-based budget every single month for the rest of your life. Why? Because the budget is the system that got you here. It's the tool that gives you permission to spend, and it's the map that will guide you to wealth. Remember that giant payment? That avalanche of cash you were sending to your debt each month? It doesn't disappear. It now has a new mission. You immediately redirect that entire amount to building your fully funded emergency fund. That's 3 to 6 months of basic living expenses, sitting in a simple money market account. This is your fortress against Murphy's Law. Once that's full, that same payment starts attacking your future goals. Investing for retirement, saving for a house down payment, paying off the mortgage early. Do you see the pattern? The exact same habits that killed your debt will build your wealth. The intensity, the focus, the gazelle-like intensity. It doesn't stop. It just gets pointed in a new, more powerful direction. Your greatest asset in this entire process was never a financial product. It was, and always will be, you. Your discipline, your behavior, your resolve. This isn't guesswork. We have a proven plan that takes people from the crushing pressure of debt to the profound peace of financial control. It's a series of simple, sequential steps. You build a starter emergency fund. You use the debt snowball method. You live on a written budget. And you attack the core of the problem with 2 simple actions. You cut your expenses ruthlessly, and you find ways to earn more income. It's a simple formula, but it's not easy. It requires action. The biggest lie you can tell yourself is, I'll start tomorrow. Tomorrow is a myth. Tomorrow is where dreams go to die. The perfect time to change your life doesn't exist. The only time you have is right now, this very moment. So, I'm giving you 2 assignments to complete today. Not tomorrow, not next week. Today. First, you are going to make your debt list. Get a piece of paper, open a spreadsheet, whatever it takes. List every single debt you have except for your mortgage, from smallest balance to largest. Write down the name of the creditor and the total amount you owe. You have to face the truth before you can change it. This is step 1. Second, you are going to find $100 for your starter emergency fund. Today. This isn't money you hope to have. This is money you will find. Sell something. Go through your garage, your closets, that video game console you haven't touched in a year. List it online. Those clothes with the tag still on? Sell them. Work an extra shift. Deliver pizzas for a few hours. Cancel your 5 streaming subscriptions and put that money aside. Skip eating out for the next 2 weeks and calculate the savings. Find the money, get it in cash if you can, and put it in an envelope or a jar. Label it Emergency Fund. This is your first step. This is how it begins. with a list and $100. I want you to close your eyes and imagine that moment. The moment you make that final payment. The moment you realize your entire paycheck, every single dollar, belongs to you and your dreams. That feeling is a peace that money can't buy. But it is a peace that you can earn. It is earned through sacrifice, discipline, and a refusal to quit. Your future self is begging you to begin. Start today. Go win.